Back on the River Cats pregame show. It's game 2 of this series. The River Cats and Tacoma Rainiers. Sacramento aiming for 3 straight wins, and I'm joined by Justin Garza, who got his first save last night. And Garz, good stuff last night. Inning and a third. Did not come easy for you in the 9th inning. The back-to-back hits you had to work around. But can you just take us into that moment, first of all, in the 9th inning and in a 2-run game, and you give up the back-to-back singles? What's going through your mind in that moment?
Just still realizing that just got to keep pounding the zone. Even though they got a couple hits there, I realized that I just got to control what I can control from pitch to pitch. And obviously, I had no outs at the time, so I had a lot of work to do. But I just wanted to stay focused on one pitch at a time.
Well, you're going to trust your stuff because you're putting up some numbers, a 1.63 ERA, and that's over 28 innings in this league, which really is not easy to do. First, take us through what's been working for you this year to get to those numbers.
I think definitely my fastball command. That's my best pitch, and to be able to locate that early and often and kind of wherever I want to, and then having my secondary stuff go off of that. Just putting pressure on the hitters and putting in their mind that I'm going to come after them, and I think that that's getting me a lot of kind of quick pitch outs, them knowing that I'm going to pound the zone and come right after them. So basically just trusting my stuff and in the zone, and then basically letting the hitters either get a hit or get out, and just trusting the defense behind me.
It's interesting you say that because you talk about living in the zone, and that can be hard for pitchers to do in this league mentally because this league can eat some pitchers up and make pitchers scared about living in the zone. How do you get over the mental hurdle of living in the zone and pitching in this league and pitching to contact?
Honestly, I'm mostly a fly ball pitcher, so that doesn't really go well in this league, like you said. But basically it's just, trusting my stuff in the zone, like I said, and getting swing and miss when I want to get swing and miss, but mostly just pitching to contact. And like you said, that might be the opposite thing of guys in this league, to pitch in this league and have success. But, so far I'm just, like I said, I'm trusting my defense and not really trying to make the moment bigger than it is.
I don't know if there's something in the water here this year, but this season especially, it seems like you guys are feeding off each other in terms of the pitching staff. And I've talked to Q a couple of weeks ago, and he touched on it. But there are some guys dealing on this staff. Tommy Romero's pitching tonight and leading all AAA in ERA. But is there kind of a synergy that you guys have together as a pitching staff?
Yeah, I think we take that responsibility, accountability on our own as a pitching staff to, keep the game low scoring, let those guys on defense do their thing, let those guys in the lineup do their thing, and we control, limit the free passes, limit the big innings, which I think that we've done pretty well so far this year. But as far as the bullpen too, there's any guy down there could save a game, any guy in there can go long relief. So basically any guy, I think they trust any one of us, so we feed off of that for sure.
What's your first year been like in the Giants organization?
It's been fun, man. Like you said, the competitiveness of everything, and we're winning, so that's fun. But I think that our energy just feeds off of each other, and we basically just go out there expecting to win. There's no reason not to.
We're talking with Justin Garza here on the pregame show. You were drafted by Cleveland. It goes back to 2015. You're a Cal State Fullerton guy, and getting to come back here to California. What's that like? Cleveland, there's no affiliate in their system close to here. So for you to be in AAA and in the only franchise, a AAA franchise in this state, what's it been like to come back to Golden State?
It's been fun. I've had my wife come out here quite a few times. I got my parents coming out here this weekend, and multiple family and friends have came out too, just because the drive's not too bad, or a flight. It's about an hour or so from where I live. So it's been cool to be, have nicer weather, and be on the same time zone as my family too has been cool. So I've been loving it so far.
Take us back to your time at Cal State Fullerton. Obviously a great program in the Big West. How did that get you ready for life in pro ball?
Honestly, I'm probably having one of the most similar mindsets and years compared to kind of how I approached things there at Fullerton. Actually, like I said, just pounding the zone and not trying to get 3 outs with one pitch, and just trusting my defense. It's as simple as that. And obviously, with that, you'll give up some hits sometimes, but mostly just coming right after them and not letting things compound.
You were with the Angels briefly last year in Salt Lake, and then you got picked up by the Red Sox, and you got 17 games with Boston in the big leagues. What was it like to pitch for the Red Sox and at Fenway?
Oh, man, it was incredible. Sweet Caroline in the 8th, that's a given. But, playing at Fenway, having a locker at Fenway, and just being a part of that team and that organization was cool. But, nothing but great things to say about it.
How did you grow last year in your time in the big leagues especially?
I learned a lot. I think when I did get hit around up there, I started to veer away from my plan now, which was trying to miss bats and not get hit and not live in the zone and kind of putting too much pressure on myself. So this year, I've just, like I said, I've taken that whole approach of just no pressure and trusting my stuff in the zone. And that's basically what I learned from last year, is not trying to do too much all the time and just, getting one pitch at a time, one out at a time.
Did you come into this year with any goals, any boxes to check, or are you just kind of trying to go with the flow here?
I just wanted to stay consistent, limit the big innings and the kind of compound, I guess, bad innings in a row, you could say, and limit the free passes. Like I said, I've been doing pretty well, so just basically trusting my stuff.
Garza, appreciate the time and the insight. Congrats on a great start, and I'm sure we'll catch you down the road, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. That's Justin Garza. We'll come back and have the starting lineup's first pitch from Sutter Health Park next on Bally Live and the River Cats Digital Network.